Right, welcome back, and back to you, Dr. Maha. Continue what you were speaking about.
Okay, now according to the report, of course, women now are having a much better chance on the political level than before.
No, because we'll go to the political side. We didn't yet reach that part, and we have all the time. But go ahead with what you were saying, please.
We were talking about the obstacles on an economic level.
Yes.
Correct? Okay. We have vertical and horizontal job segregation problems. Vertical segregation is when pioneer positions are given to males rather than females. That's on a vertical level. On a horizontal level, when they are given the same job titles but different tasks, and so different pay, although it's the same job, which is the wage gap.
Yes, but the wage gap, please specify, because when we are out, you said this is in the private sector.
Yes.
Please say that, because it seems like we're speaking.
I did say that. I said it's 16% less in the private sector, and it's the same in the public sector. I said that before the report.
No, not really. But please go ahead.
Okay. Unequal gender division of unpaid domestic work. Unpaid domestic work. Weak public transportation system. That's also a barrier for women to participate in economic in the economic life.
But the level I don't understand, because
no, I know women who don't go to work because of the harassment that happens on in the transport. I know them.
We're speaking about different angle, not because of the transportation, because transportation does not really differentiate between a man. It doesn't tell a man, please go ahead, and a woman, no, please don't. I've never seen any transportation what system or
no, I'm saying it's just weak. It's weak in the weak to let the woman go and reach her destination. It's tiring. It's exhausting. It's discomfortable. It's a point.
It's your point.
It's not mine. It's all studies. Harassment, discomfort facing women.
Studies, by the way. This point is not very accurate.
It's from the ECS study.
I'm sorry, but
it's an Egyptian study, by the way. It's not an international study.
Yes, I understand. Even though that, logical speaking, it does not go with logic. Have you ever walked into a taxi or called a taxi and he told you, no, because you're a woman,
you can't? But most people cannot afford a taxi.
Have you ever been to a metro or a bus and they told you, no, you can't ride because you're a woman? Come on, man, this is not logical.
No.
Okay, go ahead.
Bad working conditions, especially in the informal private sector. Okay, bad working condition, lack of proper qualification because of lack of training, lack of control over financial resources, land, inheritance, tools, which now the government is putting an eye on and helping. Okay, when I say it's helping, I mean we are having a progress, but we still need more progress. But that doesn't mean that what's occurring, what's occurring is magnificent. But because the status was way low or really bad, just more needs to be done.
So let me take it of how people can understand without numbers, and women need to be empowered more on the economic scale, because they are households, because they are sometimes the solo player at home, and they are the one who raise
more than 30%
children. So they need all the support on the economic side, and hence the direction is
financial inclusion, and this is being done.
Yes, indeed.
Okay. More than 30% of women actually are the ones taking care of the house financially.
Very much indeed.
So that's really high. So this is why it's so important to have economic empowerment for women. And tremendous work is done in this segment. So I'm just listing the problems or the barriers that women are facing, and that's what is needed to be amended.
Yes. Going to the social and political empowerment, which part do you want to start with?
Political empowerment is magnificent. We were 2%, now we're approaching a quarter. A lot has been made. More could be made to reach 50%, which is equality among both of them. The last step made in the judicial system is great, because appointing women as judges is excellent, because general cases and specific cases like sexual violence and domestic problems at homes. So it's an excellent move. Also, women have been calling for this, and they have written petitions and asked for this for so long, and now it is happening, or it took grounds. So on a political level, more women now are hired, of course, in ministries and governance, and this has never happened before. So women are being given their chance on a political level, are being given the rights on a political scale. Yet more need to be done when it comes to women on board, when it comes, according to reports, and these are international ones. So
what do you mean by women on board?
Like the board of trustees, board of banks.
Okay, so we're speaking also private sector, right?
Yes.
Right.
I'm not sure how many are in the public sector are on board, but yes, I'm speaking
for an
mainly.
instant, we have 9TV here. All position of leadership is dedicated to women.
That's excellent. Lucky you. But by the way, we also have to state this, that hiring in the public sector is not like before. It's not like Abdel Nasser era. Is it like before? Is there a lot of hiring?
In terms of what?
On a general scale, is there a lot of hiring in the public sector as it used to be before? I think that...
Still the same issue between men and women. There is no difference, right? There is no difference. Public sector now...
I'm not talking, I'm talking on a general scale. That's why I said
yes.
general scale. But is the hiring as it was before? No. Isn't there a move to... Exactly, exactly.
Because there is...
Let us take the woman now. When the woman now is not hired in the public sector, where will she go? She will go to the private sector, or she'll go to the informal.
Or she will go to being an entrepreneur.
Okay.
As is, by the way, one of the issues that are very much supported by the government.
Exactly. Now everything is being supported. I'm just saying that the numbers are still way low when it comes to women and men. I mean, even in the entrepreneurship.
But can we speak of what we have achieved and what is lacking? Because it seems like we're speaking about what is lacking behind and what and we're not here mentioning...
No, I told you 2% in the political life. Now it's nearly a 1/4%. More women in ministries, more. So there is a very big progress in political life. There is a very big progress in economic life. The cash transfer system, Takaful Karama, financial inclusion, IDs offered for grants, loans, cash. So a lot is being done to push the SMEs for women entrepreneurship. Yes. So, and there's a whole budget for it, and many budgets for it. So and more is coming, and more is coming. So all of this is happening on the political and on the economic front. We come to the social front. In my opinion, the social front is the most important. Social front, here we talk about traditions. When we come to talk about social front, we talk about customs and norms and values and traditions. Do you know why these are the most important? Because these are the most difficult. The economic and the political are by laws. You issue a law, you implement the law, and overnight it can happen. On the social front, you need time. You need time in the short run and in the long run, because you need to change perspectives. You need to change cultural perspective for gender-biased issues. this is a tough job for a woman. It's not so safe for her to be out at night for work. The STEM, which is science, technology, engineering and math, that's a man's job. You know, these things we hear when this is a stereotype of culture. Now this can be changed through education. This is why it's the long run. And through awareness. Awareness comes in media campaigns, in the television, in episodes, in series, in movies. So this is why it's the most difficult. Like the FGM, for example. FGM now is being tackled through law, correct?
Yes.
But still people go about it to do it. And sadly speaking, Egypt is among the highest when it comes to FGM. Maybe in the world, not even in the region. Anyway.
Because it's the worst ever tradition.
It's horrible. It's extremely
or culture
horrible,
that we have been suffering
exactly.
from. But that was since thousands of years.
Exactly. So that's what I mean.
And it doesn't have to do with
but that's a social
with
matter,
law, because
correct?
law really criminalizes such actions.
That's what I'm saying. Law is doing its job.
We're speaking now about the culture itself
Exactly.
that needs really to be totally changed,
The
totally
syllabus,
worked on.
the syllabus. When you construct the syllabus for the kindergarten kids, when they study when they're 4 years old and 5 years old, now look what you're doing. Look at what you're raising to society. Look at the generation you're going to be bringing up. For example, I have a nephew. He was reading something in his Arabic studies book, and it was in school, and he goes to an international school, and then it says the woman must obey the husband and she must do what she is told. Literally, what I'm saying is correct. This is this year. So I don't think this is the right thing to be put in a syllabus. Women and men are partners in life. It doesn't. We don't have to say who has to obey who.
My nephews also are in school, and I've never heard what you're speaking about.
Well, I'm not making it up.
And
I saw this in his book.
My children are one in school and now one in university, and still.
Okay, I'll get you the link. I'll get you the link, and you can
yes,
see it and even publicize it.
Yes, please do, because this is important. If this is true, that is an issue to speak about.
And that's a social and cultural issue, correct? So when you change the syllabus with this little kids in school, you're educating the male how to view the female and how to think of the female, how to give her right and how to think of her in the right manner. So that's education on the long run.
We're not speaking about law, but we are speaking about
law enforcement is the fast, quick action. I'm talking about the culture and the tradition. You cannot change this with law alone. Just like what we said about FGM. There is a law to criminalize it, correct?
They are manipulating the law and going behind
Now,
the
how
scenes.
could you make them not manipulate it when they're convinced, when they understand? Which is the long run process. That's why education is very important.
Yes, it is.
Education, I mean, you and I, we always agree on this, I think, in every time we speak or in every debate, that everything stems from education.
It does. It does. Unfortunately, my time is out. Dr. Maha, I have to end it here. And Dr. Maha Mostafa, Professor of Economics and consultant to the UN Women Affairs. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you.
Thank you. And dear viewers, many thanks for watching. Tomorrow will be another important debate with another colleague. Until tomorrow, it's good night.